First stop office in Leeds. Needed a coffee. It's raining. I've only bought a t-shirt. I'm tired. Right. See you in the next one.
Do a quickly, wind up. We are off both sides.
Oh, did it?
It goes throughout the day until the first prize is won. When the first prize is won, we reset it. So none of the counters go back in until the top prize is gone. So the odds get better throughout the day.
Right guys, so I'm back from Comic Con and what a weekend it was. It was so much fun. Got to meet so many cool guys there. As you know, went as the Warrior, one of my favourite guys ever. And let me show you some of the things that I picked up. So this is the first thing I got. You see that? Ultimate Warrior Funko Pop pin. Now I knew that these existed, but I've never ever seen one before. I always look in the pop shops and the hobby collectible shops, and I've never seen it. And I saw him just sat there on the table, and I was like, ooh. So there he is, the Warrior. Look, see the classic WWE or WWF superstars. Yeah, I was so pleased with that. Warrior. The next thing I picked up was this Batman. Now, I actually don't know anything about this yet. I'll look it up obviously. I just couldn't resist it. It was just so quirky, you know, when you see something that's quirky, you're like, yeah, I have to get that because I've never ever seen it before. So it feels like it's quite bendy. I've looked before I started recording, and there is actually a tag and a date on the back there. Yeah, and the date is, look, I've got my glasses on, 1989 on the date. So I'm hoping that this was a good find. I mean, have you ever seen it before? Just look at the jawline on him. See that there? That's a hefty jawline. yeah, but he's pretty cool, so I had to get that. One of the things I got, was, you might not know, but I'm a big fan of the Power Ranger franchise, especially the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, who we know sadly died this year. Never ever got a chance to meet him. Always wanted to. Always thought I'd see him at a convention somewhere along the line, but it never happened. So, but I got this. The guy who sold it to me said that he was at a convention and he got them to sign these. It comes with the certificate on the back there. So yeah, I mean, I saw this and I couldn't not buy it. What do you think? Really thought I'd meet him one day. Yeah, so sad. One of the other things I bought actually was an awesome comic from an independent comic guy. He's actually on YouTube and things. Look him up, I'll leave the details. But I picked up this. It's called Dead of Night. Now, from what I guess, he was telling us that it's got lots of different comic books that all run along the same storyline. So it's basically something happens. He didn't tell me what. Something happens, and it gives all these different people powers or abilities in some way, and they all sort of live in the same sort of timeline. So I picked the Knight because I love knights. But there's lots of different cool characters at the minute, and they're still in the early stages. Like, this is like number 1, so they're still in the early stages, and you can pick up any one of the books and read about them. And at some point, they said they're all going to cross over, and you're going to sort of learn more about all the different other characters. Yeah, I mean, I supported the guy for ages. He was just an interesting guy. He gave me all these cool little cards there. Whoa. And the Knight. But yeah, his details are, looks like it's ASAP Imagination. So yeah, check them out. It's asapimagination.com. Read that off. It's going to be backwards on the screen. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, check these out. These I love to support independent, guys who just have a dream, have a vision, and then roll with it, and it works. This, I hope it's going to be big for them. But yeah, I'm just looking at the comic now, and there's loads of different books coming out, and I don't know if you can read that. See them different ones there. And it's cool. Like, there was one character who was telling us that has the ability to absorb people's wounds, and he'll take the wounds on for you, but he can't heal himself, so he's got to be quite choosy as to who he helps. And there's loads, honestly. Check them out, and you can buy them all online. Yeah, so you can subscribe to them all online. So I'm going to do that. That's such a good idea. Because imagine just like being like a comic book fan, a hobbyist, and then being able to turn that dream into a real life piece of work. And yeah. And there were some of the guys I met there that was fantastic. I mean, these were great. Mike's artworks, they were really good. Oh yeah, Lily, she did some fantastic work. Let's see out there. I don't know if you can pause it or whatever and see the information. Looks a bit blurry, you probably can't. Let me know, and I'll put the links in the description if you want to know anything more about them. And the other thing that was there, which is absolutely awesome, it's like a dream come true for me, was a DeLorean. Yeah, I've never ever seen one in real life. Always wanted to see a DeLorean, and I got to meet a guy who had a DeLorean, and yeah, I got a picture taken inside, and you can see that is me, obviously dressed as the warrior, inside a DeLorean. It was interesting. I mean, they were telling us that the person who was in the DeLorean before me accidentally caused some damage. It's not funny. So you got to be really careful with these things. They're really old and temperamental. The poor guy, he said it was going to cost him like a few £100 to repair. So that's not cool, guys. So if you go to these conventions, you know, be careful with people's stuff, because these things are old, and he's put a lot of time and effort and love into making this and bringing it to us to see. So be careful. But yeah, he was a cool guy. That's his actually details there. Not free advertising going on here. Again, I don't know if this is going to be backwards or not. But there we go. And that was about it for Comic Con. I got to meet some celebs. I'll put some pictures here. Yeah, so I got to meet, I'm a big Doctor Who fan, so I got to meet Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker. They were both just sat, well, Sylvester was sat at his table and no one was there, so I don't really like to pester people, especially if I'm not buying anything from them. But he was sat there, so I decided, you know, I'm going to go have a chat. And I had a chat with Sylvester. He talked to me for a good like 5 minutes. He was a really kind, sweet guy. Telling me, because she saw me dressed as the warrior, she was telling me about when he was on what's that program called now? Tiswas. He was in Tiswas, and he had to put a pie in a wrestler's face and things like that. He was such a nice guy to talk to him. And then walking round, just as I was about to leave, I walked, you know, face to face to in front of Colin Baker. And I was like, oh, Colin, you know, and we had a little chat. He was such a nice guy as well, you know. They got a lot of time for the fans, and I think that's brilliant. I was a bit disappointed that the other Doctor wasn't there, Matt Smith. I don't know, maybe he left, or he wasn't there on the day I was there. I'm not sure, but I was hoping to see him, but he wasn't there. But yeah, I got to see some cool actors and actresses. Chuck Norris, to be in the same room as Chuck Norris, I was like, whoa, yeah. And then later on, as I was queuing up to meet somebody else, he walked past us, so like we were like that close. I was like, oh my god, it's Chuck Norris. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I mean, how often are you ever going to see Chuck Norris? It's like, it's not often, is it? So yeah, Chuck Norris was cool. Yeah, so I met the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't remember his name. Agent Coulson, I think he's called. I met him. He was a lovely guy. I met the guy from Luke Cage. He was nice. He's got a lot of time for the fans. I love Only Fools and Horses, and I saw the lady who plays Cassandra. She was there. I was going to go over and say hello, but she was busy, so I didn't really want to interrupt. Again, if I'm not buying Yeah, like I know, like they were absolutely amazing. Like so detailed and so much time went into them. I mean, could you imagine if you bumped into one of them tables and knocked something over? No, I didn't. I didn't do that. Yeah, almost did on one occasion, but yeah, so much effort. I mean, I love Lego, but I don't think I'd have the patience to do something like that. But, yeah, I mean, what more can I say? Comic Con, the first one I've ever been to in London. The only other ones I've ever done were local. It was like Newcastle and Durham. I haven't done the Sunderland one yet. Is there one in Sunderland? I'm not sure. But yeah, I've done a few local ones. So yeah, London was the first one. I will definitely be going back again next year. Or maybe it's even later in the year. There's another one coming up, isn't there? There's so much toys. So many cool toys. There was one I saw and it was Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And he was wearing the green Power Rangers costume. I was like, oh my god. I'll put a picture in somewhere in this video for you to see it. And I was like, oh, I need that in my life. But I didn't buy it. I also saw a really cool Ultimate Warrior original WWE, WWF, whatever, belt from the back in the day. It didn't have a price on, so I knew it'd be stupidly expensive. And when it was like way back in the guy's stall, so like you couldn't touch it. So I knew it would be expensive, so I didn't bother asking. That and the wife, I think the wife would have a problem if I brought. I spent a lot of money on a bit of plastic. Yeah. I only got away with buying this because she knows I love him so much. Otherwise, I would have been in big trouble for buying that. What else? What else I see there? There was lots of cool cosplayer guys and girls, obviously. It was an amazing time. But I think that's about it for my adventures for London. Did you go? Let me know. Let me know if you went. If you saw us. Did you see me there? I was like, I was the only guy dressed as Ultimate Warrior. Let me know if you saw me. Say hi. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. So thanks for watching. I'm going to try and do these videos like at least once a week, so there's constant sort of content. But yeah, please do the usual, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It'd be it helps out a lot. It helps the channel, it really does. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.